Hello, friends. D K Sinha this side. The week has ended on 30th August, and this is the month ending also. The US market in the last week had a mixed kind of move. S&P 500 was marginally bullish, Nasdaq 100 was bearish, and the best performing index was Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, which is nearly 1% higher on a week basis. But there is no weakness in the stock market. Still, the trend in the US market is bullish and it remains intact. So in this video, we'll check out the possibility of S&P 500 targeting to 6,300. We'll undertake the technical analysis of all these major indices from the US stock market, and we'll try to understand the sentiments prevailing on the Wall Street that is driving the US stock market. So friends, do not forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, hit the notification for updates. Let's begin. Let us first assess what emotion is driving the US stock market. When the week ended, this is the fear and greed index, which currently reads at 63. So it is in the greed zone. 1 week prior, it was in a neutral zone and it was reading 54. So over the past week, the sentiments of the market has certainly improved. And this is a kind of oscillator which moves from extreme fear zone to fear zone, then goes to neutral, greed, and extreme greed zone. How does it work? Let us understand conceptually. When the market is trending up, the market structure is higher highs and higher lows kind of market structure. So in the process, market makes impulsive wave, then makes corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave, and this cycle goes on in the uptrending market when the market is in markup phase. So what happens in the market when the impulsive wave is under the formation and this kind of a structure is there? When the market corrects, the sentiments of the market, the participants of the markets are fearful. So it starts rolling from extreme greed zone to extreme fear zone. And the moment correction is over, an impulsive wave starts forming, then it moves from extreme fear zone towards extreme greed zone. What does it indicate? It indicates that there is still a cushion for the market to go higher on the scale of sentiments. So it can traverse from greed zone to extreme greed zone. So there is still a cushion for upside move in the market. Now there are several elements of fear and greed index. Let us check the market momentum. The market momentum is very strong. Currently S&P 500 is trading much above simple moving average 125 period. So this indicator is also indicating that the market is in greed zone. Now let us check the put call ratio with respect to S&P 500 option data. 5-day average put call ratio is showing that the market is in a neutral zone. So it currently reads at around 0.73, which means it is indicating that there is still a cushion for market to go up. Let us check the market volatility. In the last week, if you see the price action, at times the market was very volatile, but the overall volatility of the market was not very high. If you check the VIX, that is the volatility of the market against S&P 500, the VIX currently is below 50-day moving average. So the market is not yet volatile, and this is indicating that the market is in neutral zone, and hence there is still a possibility that market may go higher. Now let us move to the price chart to undertake the technical analysis. This is the price chart of S&P 500 index in the weekly time frame. When the week ended on 30th of August 2024, the closing price of S&P 500 was 5,648.39, and thus it was marginally bullish by 0.24% on a week-to-week basis. Look at the market structure. Since last 4 weeks, the market is making higher highs and higher lows kind of structure, and S&P 500 is trading quite near to the all-time high level. So the bulls remain in control in the market in last 4 weeks. Look at the price structure. Whenever there is a correction, the market corrects in the zone of EMA 21. This is EMA 21. This is EMA 55, and then makes a new high. It has done it here. It has done it here. So the overall structure of the market is extremely bullish. Let us take the larger picture in S&P 500. This was the rounding pattern breakout. We have earlier discussed also. This particular breakout of S&P 500 was very, very significant. So once we check the price target with respect to the rounding pattern by measuring the depth and using the Fibonacci expansion tool, the first target of this rounding bottom pattern has been achieved, and this correction started, which was well expected also as per price action. And hence now the trend is resuming. After a healthy correction in the recent time, the next possible target could be to 100% expansion with respect to the rounding bottom pattern, which arrives at around 6,292. It looks like S&P 500 is targeting towards 6,300 level in near future. Of course, this rise of the market may not be in the straight line. Market will continue to make the structure higher highs and higher lows to attain this possible target, which we have arrived on the basis of technical analysis. Now let us move to the daily price chart to understand the price action. Look at this price action, which is very, very significant. In the recent time, we have seen a very good sizable correction. It was a complex kind of correction. What we call it is a ABCD pattern. This was A, B, C, and D. And finally, price took support at SMA 144, and now there is a recovery. Since past so many days, price was consolidating over here. And now during the last session, last trading session of the last week, there is a formation of one white soldier candlestick pattern, indicating that there is a breakout of this continuation chart pattern, that is a bullish flag kind of chart. And there is a breakout of this cup and handle kind of chart pattern after a good consolidation. So this looks to be a good and healthy breakout. We only need to have a follow through of the high of the last candle, and which is at 5,651.37. And then if we arrive at the target on the basis of this cup and handle pattern, the target is likely to be, let us measure the target and project. The next possible target would be to 5,973, which is a 61.8% expansion level. If we calculate the target on the basis of this bullish flag breakout, let us calculate the target on the basis of this breakout of bullish flag. So this is the last impulsive wave. Let us calculate the target. So the target comes at around 5,839. First target, with a potential to go to 6,016 level, which is 100% expansion with respect to the bullish flag breakout. So overall, the structure of the market is looking quite bullish, and the bulls are well under control. Now let us check where are the support and resistance of this particular index. If you look at the price action, there was a price rejection, price consolidation over here. So 5,564 to 5,584 is the demand area in immediate terms. However, if you see the last candle, which is a one white soldier candlestick pattern, the opening of this candle is 5,612. So there is an intermittent support at 5,612. So market is likely to respect these important levels that what we have discussed just now. And all-time high of S&P 500 stands at 5,669.67. So this is the level. The moment price goes past this level, there will be significant upside momentum developing in S&P 500. Overall structure is very good. Short-term trend, intermediate trend, long-term trend, all kinds of trends are bullish. Now let us move to the price chart of Nasdaq 100. This is the price chart of Nasdaq 100. Let us first go to the weekly price chart. So Nasdaq 100 in the last week finally closed at 19,574.64, and thus it was bearish by 0.74% on a week-on-week basis. But if you see the candlestick pattern, it is a bullish pin bar kind of candlestick pattern. What does it indicate? Bears tried to push the price down, but ultimately bulls came in action and they dominated during the week and the price closed higher. Now let us check the price action. In this index also, there was a breakout of a symmetrical triangle. Here, this was the support, support, support. So breakout of a symmetrical triangle. If we calculate the target, considering the base of the symmetrical triangle, it has attained the target and then the correction started. So when there is a resumption in the trend, the next possible target, which arrives on the basis of this symmetrical triangle, that is 100% expansion, comes at 23,892. And there is now a breakout of this rounding pattern. There is a breakout, throwback, and again the price structure is higher highs and higher lows. So if we calculate the target on the basis of this rounding pattern, so the target on intermediate term could be to 21,784, and then it has a potential to go to 25,750. So overall structure is bullish in Nasdaq 100. Let us move to the daily price chart. What we can see in the daily price chart, in the recent time, there was a good correction. Here too, we can see the complex correction. The complex correction, this was a pullback. Price failed to make the higher high and then again a correction. So this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. The price took support as SMA 200 level and then bouncing. Now, if you see the price action here, prior to this last candle, there was a formation of a inverted hammer kind of candlestick pattern quite in proximity of EMA 21 on 29th August. That indicated probably the bears are losing the momentum. Then what has happened during the last trading session? The price has taken support on EMA 21, forming a pin bar kind of structure. So bears tried to push down the price down, but they did not dominate. They could not dominate the bulls, and ultimately price recovered. So based on the price action, there is an existence of a gap over here at 19,103. And there is a support which is a confluence of EMA 55. So this zone becomes an important demand area. 19,100 to 19,250 is the immediate demand area. Where could be the potential resistance? There is an existence of a gap over here, and that gap is 20,165. So if you look at the price action very closely, the gap starts at 20,080 and the gap exists at 20,165. So this is the potential resistance area in immediate terms. Once this resistance area is taken out, price might face some kind of loss of momentum on upside move at 20,691, which is an all-time high for Nasdaq 100. But overall structure is bullish. EMA 21 is placed above EMA 55, and short-term trend, intermediate term trend, and long-term trend are bullish in Nasdaq 100. Let us move to the price chart of Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Let us first go to the weekly price. Now in this weekly price chart, what we can see, this index in the last week closed at 41,563.09, and thus it was bullish by 0.94%, nearly 1% on a week-to-week basis. So this was the best performing index in the last week. Here too we can see the earlier breakout of rounding pattern kind of a structure. And if we calculate the target of this rounding pattern, the target got achieved over here, and then this correction started. Now, once again, the price has recovered, and it has in the last week made the all-time high of 41,585.2, beating the earlier high of 41,376. So, overall structure is extremely bullish. If I project the target for intermediate term, based on this rounding bottom pattern breakout, the next target would be obviously 100% expansion level, because 61.8% expansion target got achieved. So the next possible target in the intermediate term would be 45,158. But this target may not be achieved in the straight line. Market structure is likely to be higher highs and higher lows in process of attainment of this particular target. Let us go to the daily price chart. What we can see, this was a good correction in Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Now, price has given a breakout of this rounding pattern, which is nothing but the cup and handle kind of continuation chart. Price consolidated for several days before giving a breakout. So we need to just have a follow through of the high of last candle, which is at 41,585.21. So if I calculate the target on the basis of this cup and handle kind of chart pattern, what is the potential next target? The next target comes at 42,776, but it has a potential to go to 43,774. So overall structure is extremely bullish. Where is the immediate support? We can see the price was struggling here to go past this level. Price rejection, price rejection, price rejection. And the price took support over here, and it was an earlier rejection point. So 41,100 to 41,200 becomes a good support or demand zone in Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. And however, there is an intermittent support at 41,376, which was earlier all-time high. Now the price has given a breakout out of this level and now trading higher. So this could be the potentially intermittent support with a major demand area in the zone of 41,100 to 41,200 level. So what do you think, friend? The price action, what we have discussed during the video, does it convince you whether the market will respect the levels that we have discussed during the technical analysis of the US stock market? I'll be waiting for your comments in the comment section of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Looking forward to meet you very, very soon.